Can you guys hear me now? I was muted. I don't have to start over. I was muted. So I apologize, Facebook. Let me know if you can hear me now. My bad, T, because T is back here telling me, like, we can't hear you. And I'm here chatting off my mouth. Just give us 1 second while we get, like, tech together. Perfect. So everybody can hear me and see me. All right, y'all. So we are discussing all the things. So what I want you guys to do, if you're on YouTube or Facebook, all you have to do is drop your questions in the comment section. If you're on Instagram, there is a like question thing on the bottom. Just open that, put your question, and we'll go through them. If you're joining for the first time tonight, please let me know in the comment section so I could properly introduce you, welcome you, and all that jazz. If you are a regular PR Tribe member, let me know who's tuning in so I could, give my regular greetings and say hello. Hey, Donnelly. Wagwan, y'all. Hey, Marie. Hey, Sharnice. Hey, Shatori. Hey, Tara. Now, I'm not going to call you Shatori. Hey, Tara. Hey, the real LaShawn. Hey, Omar. Hey, Robin. Robin, it's her first time. Welcome. Hey, Natalie. Locs by Live. Hi, Peace forever. Two can play that game. Okay. Locked in it together. Welcome. Hey, Tundra. I'm looking up, y'all, because my seat is kind of low. Hey, Tawana. Hey, Angela. Hey, Pam. Welcome, y'all. Yes. So make sure you just say your name so I can say hello. Okay, now let's get this party started. I wish I had some like wine, like y'all. So we're gonna start off different. Let's take a breath in and exhale. In, exhale. Okay. So tonight, all questions are welcome. It don't have to be about locks, just nothing too crazy. So if you guys want to ask me like a personal question, a lock question, like y'all, I'm ready to go to bed, so I'm good. So normally on Locked and Loaded Live, like I said, we pick a topic and we kind of just break it down. Yes, Thursday's your favorite day now. Me too. I honestly, y'all, I look forward to Locked and Loaded Live because I just feel like it's always like a family meetup and I get to like be myself. Not that I'm not being myself all week, but I'm on boss mode all week. So like Thursday just get like to like take off my tie and throw it away and just be with y'all, talk crap, make sure give value. That's important. Give you guys value, answer all your questions, get to meet the newbies that's in the tribe. We had a lot of newbies this week. So first-time customer, if you're a first-time customer, let me know in the comment section so I could give you an extra zhush welcome and the tribe could welcome you as well. And if you're new around here, we don't judge. This should actually be called Locked and Not Judged because we don't judge. There's no silly question. There's no question like don't think too hard about it. Like if you have a question, here's a place to ask it. We're not going to judge you. I promise you, no one's going to judge you. If anything, you're asking a question, everybody's answering in the comment section. They're uplifting you. If you're on your lock journey and you're just starting and you're clueless, this is the place to be. Just relax, and please don't be the person that you're watching and you never comment, you never ask questions, and then you're like, I've been watching you girl forever, but I just never comment. Like, don't do that because tonight we have giveaway, and when y'all comment on giveaway night, y'all win some, right? I don't know, do we have a coupon for them for tonight, or it's just giveaway? I don't know what Tawana had for y'all, honestly. But Instagram, drop your questions in the comment section. The first one I want to tackle tonight, y'all, is, again, with Locked and Loaded Live, we regularly talk about routines, right? Having a regimen for your hair. When we start our lock journey, right, a lot of the times, there's a ton of misconception out there. There's a ton of miseducation out there. There's a ton of different people doing different stuff out there. And to each his own. I always say this. Locked and Loaded Live is not to take away from the professional that you sought out to take care of your crown. What I mean by that is if you're using a loctician or whoever to do your hair, you fully trust them and you're seeing great results, you not bald, or sometimes you don't get bald right away. But if you're having, like, if you have a professional and you're great with them, awesome. Awesome. You still get to learn on Locked and Loaded Live. We're not taking away anything. If I say something, it's for you to go do your research and figure out what's going to work for you. There's no one thing set in stone where if I say something, it doesn't mean like this is for you and this is the only way. I'm just here to give you some knowledge and give you the power to research yourself, think about it, evaluate what's going to work for you, right? Deal? All right. So with Locked and Loaded Live, my biggest thing is like just creating a regimen. When we have locks, we kind of forget about caring for our hair versus when you have loose natural, right? When you have loose natural, you're used to like a twist out, you're used to certain wash days, you're used to blowouts, you're used to all kind of stuff. Like it's kind of like a 24-hour kind of routine when you have loose natural. When you have locks, you kind of like twist, retwist, and forget it. So a lot of you guys, for example, if you're seeing a professional and you get your hair retwisted, say every 2 weeks or every month, between that period, some of us are not doing anything to our locks, right? And that's where issues can start happening. And what I mean by issues, you'll probably see that your hair is itching a lot, or dryness, or thinning over time, right? And you definitely don't want to be retwisting a lot. And I did a post about that, true or false, and I'll kind of go through my thoughts on retwisting and how frequent you can do it. And again, remember, as you're starting, like I've been locked for over a decade. Some of us have been locked for over 30 years. Some of us have been locked for 4 months, right? So it's all going to vary and each step is going to vary. So feel free to ask your question, interject at any time and say, hey, Tara, what about this? Does this work for me? What is it? Feel free to like put your question in the question box or just put it in the comment section. So my biggest thing with locks is just keeping it moisturized, right? This is where a lot of our issues start, when our locks aren't moisturized. And your locks moisturized can stem from a lot of things, whether it's the shampoo you're using, whether it's you just, like I said before, you're not doing anything in between retwists, right? So say you get your hair retwist every month and you're just like going about your day, going to work, going back and forth, and you're not doing anything till the next time you see your professional, whoever who's doing your hair. You don't do anything to your hair, and then you can like physically feel that your hair is brittle, right? Locks are not supposed to be brittle. Can we all agree to that in the comment section? Locks are not supposed to be brittle, right? And by brittle, I'm not talking about your hair texture. I'm not talking about those who are 4C or 4D or 4F or whatever, is made up out here, because that's a whole nother thing too. But I'm not talking about any of that, right? But brittle, like if you touch your locks, it should not be fighting you back. If you touch your locks, it shouldn't be punching you in the face or splitting your fingers apart, because it's like, girl, do not touch me. Man, do not touch me. Your locks should not be fighting you back. You should be able to caress your locks. You should be able to feel it and feel okay with it, right? You should not be like, ooh, what's going on here? Like, your locks is also going to talk to you. It's going to tell you what it needs. So don't wait till it's like super brittle and you're like, oh my gosh, like, what is going on? What do I do now? And also don't expect overnight success, right? So seasonal changes will also affect your locks. Seasonal changes will also affect your locks. So I think someone actually asked us in our Facebook group, maybe today or yesterday, about, the different seasons coming up. Do they need to change their routine? The answer is yes. In the summertime, you're going to change your routine. In the winter time, you're going to change your routine. And again, it also depends on where we live. Right? There's a lot of questions that was asked, or I saw in Facebook groups, that I'm gonna debunk tonight. But definitely, depending on where you live, you're going to maybe have to moisturize even more. Say in the summertime, I live in New York, right? It gets hot in New York, but what if I live in Arizona, right? It gets really hot in Arizona. Like I can't breathe kind of hot, right? So you may, if I live in New York and you live in Arizona, and say we're the same time locked, everything, right? You that live in Arizona may just need to get your hair moisturized more than I do. So say I'm doing it once a day in New York, you may just need to do it twice a day in New York. I'm in Arizona, sorry, because it's so hot, right? So you want to just consider those things. Hey, matriarch, you just want to consider those things, right? Hey, Stacy. Hey, guys. So you just want to consider those things, right? So if I live in Florida, right, versus I'm living in Alaska, you're going to have a different routine than I do. So just consider those things. As the season change, you're going to change with it with your routine. And don't be overwhelmed when I use the word routine. When I use the word routine, I'm not talking about 6 hours in the mirror doing your locks or retwisting, and no. Nobody got time for that. That's not what we signed up for. I'm simply talking about giving your hair maybe 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, like 1 minute tops. If you can commit to your hair 1 minute tops a day, just to either moisturize it, just to feel what's going on, I promise you it's going to be a game changer for you, right? So let's talk about some quick things that overall we all can do. Like I said, moisturization for locks is the biggest thing. So you want to get a water-based product, right? So if you want to mix your own concoction at home, that's fine. If you want to get something that was made ready for your crown, hint, hint, Peculiar Roots Refresher Spray for your crown that has amazing scents, then you can use our refresher spray, right? Whatever your choice, whatever floats your boat. But say you're going to go with our refresher spray, right? It's summertime and you're like, hey, I'm doing this once a day and I see a huge difference in my locks, right? But I just got my hair color treated last week and I think I need to probably increase it because when my hair wasn't colored, I was able to like just refresh it once a day and I was fine. But for some reason, it's not giving me that like it was before. All you have to do is just increase the amount of times you're moisturizing. So you're just going to increase that to twice a day. That's it. So if you're doing it in the morning time and then the nighttime, that's it. That's fine, right? And then try to measure over the next like week or so the significant difference that you can feel. And you're just going to feel the difference in the texture of your hair. Does your hair feel soft? You don't want your hair to feel heavy. Your hair should still feel light, right? So those are things that you're just looking at on a day-to-day basis. Another thing that a lot of us do is we wait till, like I said, wash day to kind of maintain our hair. And especially in the starter lock phase, you definitely want to just do something to your hair. So by something, I mean taking your fingers daily, right? We all should be doing this. If you don't even do anything, just take your fingers daily and just comb from roots to end and throughout your hair. And what that's, maybe I should just take all this darn bonnet. But what that's going to do, let me show you guys what that's going to do, right? So take your finger just like this, and you're just going to do this. That's it. From roots to end. And if you guys notice, as I'm doing this, do you guys notice my fingers are not getting jammed? It's not like, oh, 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 it's not doing that because I clearly, if I don't do anything, and I don't really do a lot to my hair, y'all. I do this every day because what I hate, what I hate is anything tugging on my roots and my scalp. And so if my hair starts to join together at the roots and I have to start pulling it apart, that's going to hurt like a mother. And if you've experienced that, say hallelujah in the comment section. If you've experienced the pulling the hair apart that hurts like a mother, put it in the comment section. But that joint is no joke, right? Not only does it hurt, but you're also thinning your hair out eventually, because what you're doing is you're continuously pulling your hair apart, thinking that's the normal thing to do, thinking that's normal because you haven't been just doing this simple step. If you're doing this every wash day, you're ripping your hair apart, and you're probably even messing up the consistency of your parts, right? Because your locks is trying to figure out where to go. Where am I, like, am I a part of this lock or am I part of this lock? Like, what's going on? So don't wait till wash day to do that. Like, literally just do this every day. This is your routine. If you don't do nothing, if you like lock lazy queen, right? That's fine. That's your business. At least do this. And y'all, forgive me. This is all the refresher spray. This is all the refresher spray. Oh God. Oh my God. I hope it's spray. Okay. So say you missed, right? So when I say refresh, you're doing this, and I'm doing like even a lot because I have a lot of hair, right? But you do that and you just do this. Take your fingers and comb, smell that aroma, wake you up in the morning, and you just like comb with your fingers, and you see how my fingers are just gliding out of there, gliding out of there. That's it. That's it. And then when you look, like, you can look how much, like, I always got new growth, y'all, because, you know, mind your business, but I always got new growth. But they not locking at the roots, because this is what I'm doing every day. So that's all you have to do, right? If you choose to do nothing else, do that. And I promise it's a game changer, because you're keeping your hair moisturized. And even though I didn't demonstrate it, you do want to get the body of your locks. So even if you have like, and sorry, my bottle sound like that because it's like empty, you just like put your spray a little bit away from you and from your face, because I always spray my eyes, and you just spray your hair. Our sprays like nozzle like disperses a fair amount, so it'll apply to most of your locks. So you do that, and you just take your hands and rub in. If you have starter locks, you can't brush your hair yet, but if you have mature locks and you're into brushing like we are, you could just start brushing, and that's going to help distribute that refresher spray into your hair. And it's also going to help reduce the frizz, right? Because I don't retwist a lot, it really helps me a lot when I'm brushing my hair, it reduces that frizz. Some people think like, just like from loose natural, you're like, brushing, that's going to make my hair frizzy, that's going to like look horrible, but it actually helps. Really does. So pro tip. So that's like the best, simplest thing you can do constantly every day. If you choose to do it in the night because you're not a morning person like Tawana, that's fine. If you choose to do it in the morning because you are a morning person like moi, then that's also fine. Why am I always coming for Tawana? Y'all. But do it, and it will be a game changer for you. If you want to take it an extra step and add some oil to your routine, because I know some of us are still trying to transition from the fact that oil is not a moisturizer, it is a sealant, then you want to just add some oil to your hair. All you're going to do I have oil here? I do. Open a new box of oil. So obviously you don't have to use our oil, but if you want long, healthy hair, you use all our product. So I'm going to use some of our conditioning oil, right? So a little bit goes a long way. So oil, you don't have to use every day. You don't have to, repeat that after me. Put that in the comment section. Oil, you don't have to use every day. So if you're oiling your hair every day, I saw this in a group. The person was like, hey, I'm oiling my hair every single day and my hair is just still dry. I don't know what's going on. Someone help me. Because if you're oiling every day, it's a sealant. What are you sealing in? Get it? It's a sealant, so it's going to sit on the surface of your locks. So if you're just putting on your locks without any moisture, and again, going back to the moisture, that's a water-based product, then what are you sealing in? You're sealing in dryness. So in all actuality, you're probably just making it worse, right? So you're just going to just put a little bit of oil. Oh, that smells so good. And that's it. You don't need to empty the bottle in your hair, because baby, it's not gonna make it better for you. Just a little bit goes a long way. Rub it in like this. Make sure everything, see, my hands are not greasy. Everything was gone into my hair. One of the things about our oils that I love, and I'm gonna show you why I love it. If you put a little bit of oil, right? Notice how our oil works. So don't freak out if you're using our product for the first time. And I put enough so you guys could actually see. You see how it starts off as a foam like consistency, and then it just melts in. Okay, I just saw a question come in. I think it was DM to me. So the person, and if you're asking a question, put them in the questions spot so I can definitely, ooh, this feels good. I can definitely ask them. So someone just asked, they keep seeing that people are conditioning their locks. If that's okay, can you condition your locks? And, you know, if they keep seeing it, so they're not sure, because some people are saying yes and some people are saying no. So you can absolutely condition your locks. We do recommend conditioning your locks when it's fully mature. And by mature, what I mean by that is your locks are locked, right? Because when you think about a conditioner, it really is there to soften your hair and actually detangle it most of the times. So if you're using a conditioner on your locks that you just you just started 2 weeks ago, you're just telling your hair to unlock, right? So you definitely don't want to use conditioner in your routine until your hair is fully locked, or maybe at least a year in, and when you need it. So when you start to feel like, again, those dry season, or if you're color treated hair, you definitely want to add some conditioner to your routine, because it just helps to make your hair softer, right? So that's my advice on conditioner, and I highly recommend our conditioners. We have the rose conditioner, which is game changer. It's the best lock conditioner on the market, hands down, period, point blank. It's the best. That's like, if you ain't tried a rose conditioner, I know I talk about the rose conditioner every Locked and Loaded. So if you're really just been here sleeping on it, that's your fault, baby. But the rose conditioner is a game changer. The black charcoal conditioner is also amazing. So because we formulate both specifically for our crown, I can guarantee both. You definitely don't want to use a conditioner that's too heavy and it's going to be hard to rinse out of your hair. So when you're looking at a conditioner, if you're looking outside of Peculiar Roots, just make sure it's not heavy and that it's not going to be super hard for you to rinse out of your hair. That's all you want to make sure of, right? Let me go back. And I'm not ignoring your questions. Just make sure you use a question button so I can see them. And I'm going to start answering some of them now on Instagram. Ba-da-da-da. I'm new to locks. They're shoulder length. How do I dry my locks after I wash them? Do I air dry, blow dry, sit under a hooded dryer? Amazing question. So because especially when you're in the starter lock phase, you can pretty much get away with a lot of stuff, like a lot of fun stuff. So you can air dry your locks, right? No matter what stage you're in, you can absolutely hair dry your locks. 99% of the times I air dry my hair, even though it's this long. I air dry my hair most of the times because I find that's what works for me. Your girl just don't have no time to be sitting under no dryer at all. So I air dry my locks a lot of the time. And also because I am in I'm down here in North Carolina. And so most of the days it's like good weather. So I can like go in the backyard. I could go outside. I normally like wash my hair earlier in the day. So if I know I'm going somewhere, I know I'll be out, and it will like help the process of like hair drying faster, right? So I don't recommend like washing it and then going straight to bed, right? Try to do it in the like earlier in the day so you have like enough time to hair dry it, if that's what you're gonna do. I also recommend, if you're gonna use like a blow dryer, just put it on like low. And I mainly blow dry. Like if you want to sit there and like blow dry your whole locks, that's fine. It's gonna take long. But if I'm gonna hair dry it, I just mainly blow dry right here, the crown of my head, just because, you know, I'm Jamaican and they just always, old people always tell you, make sure that this part of your head is dry or you're going to get a cold. That's it. But I know it works for me, y'all. But I blow dry here, make sure it's dry so I won't catch a cold. And then I just kind of like roughly blow dry the rest to where it's not soaking. And a huge part of my wash day is our lock towel because it gets out about 80% of the water, right? That lock towel that we have our lock towels. They're microfiber, lint-free. Make sure you wash them before you use them. Game changer as well. It will get out a lot of the water that is sitting in your hair. And so by the time like if you want to hair dry it, it's way quicker. Or if you just want to run the dryer over it, it's also quicker. If you want to sit under a hooded dryer and that you about that life, that's perfect. Because then it could just like, if you just want to hang out for an hour and do whatever, that's also great. So you can do a combination of all three if you want. You could do them solo. I would just say test Charnay's, which works for you and which that you're finding you're most comfortable with. My goal, like with everything that I'm telling you guys, is so that you're not overwhelmed by wash day, right? When we talk about wash day here at Peculiar Roots and our entire tribe, it's like a spa vacation, right? When I wash my hair, I'm in my robe. I'm like, it's a spa. I'm trying to figure out which shampoo I want to play in. Do I want to play in like the rose shampoo, the black charcoal shampoo, or I want to go with the shampoo bar? It's like decision day, like a free, like it's amazing therapy, right? Relaxation. So that's the goal. I don't want you guys to be stressed out like, oh my God, it's going to take a million hours to dry. Like just go with the flow and figure out what's going to work for you. For some people, they'll rock out with the hooded dryer for an hour, knock it out and go about their ways. For some of us, we just are not about that life. So figure out like over time, which one you see work best for you. You definitely do want to make sure your locks are drying because over time, if your locks are not drying properly, what you heard about mold is possible for a lot of us, right? So you definitely want to make sure it's dried properly. And you can also tell if it's not dry properly because sometimes it will be stanky. So that's like, I would just say, figure out what works for you, hun, and see which one you're going to like the most. Is the refresher used on wash day or just in between? Tundra, the refresher spray used every day. Like, if you're like us, the tribe, every day, and we have a scent for every day of the week. We have 7 scents. So you might as well just get the whole collection and use a scent every day of the week. If you're going out with your bae, you might want to do let me know in the comment section. If you're going out with your bae, which refresher spray are you rocking? If you're going on a hot date, which refresher spray are you rocking? I would say, for me, the pomegranate pear or the Caribbean vibes. If I'm going on like a business meeting and I want to like just make sure they know my hair is in the room, it's like the apple or the rose. You know, like there's like a mood for all of them. But to answer your question, yes, love, you can absolutely use it every day. If you look, it's super light, right? It doesn't leave like a white film. It doesn't leave any buildup on your hair, right? So you can use it every day. It's going to moisturize your hair without making it heavy. And you can rock it every day. And just think of our refresher spray. For a lot of you guys that always ask us about like a leave-in conditioner, think of our refresher spray as a leave-in conditioner. It's going to leave your hair moisturized and you don't have to rinse it out. Absolutely. We do have a Peculiar Roots lock towel. If you actually purchase any of our kits on our website, we send a complimentary lock towel with all of our Peculiar Roots kit. So you get a free towel if you order any of our kit. Hey, Malcolm. Yes, I can definitely pin the website. And if you go to our bio, it's also there. But our website is Peculiar Roots. See, we just be girl, but see, everyone is in the comment helping you, which is why I love everyone. We just be assuming everybody know who we are. Forgive us, y'all. We know not what we do. Let me see. Look at these comments. I can't with y'all. Let me go back down. Okay, so I pinned the website for you. I let my lock towel sit on my hair for 30 minutes or so. Yep, that's a good tip too. What is it? A good size to start your locks? Small, medium, large. Sharni's like, so Sharni, so you don't have locks or you do have locks, right? So here's the thing with locks, everybody, everybody, every one of us, lock journey is going to be different, right? So I wouldn't necessarily even say look at someone and see what you want or whatever. You have to, you're going to figure it out ultimately what you want. So if you want, and you should know these things, like, do you want a small locks? Do you want sister locks? Do you want medium sized locks? Do you want wick? Do you want, you're going to know what's going to fit you and your personality and what you're going to grow to embrace. Because ultimately, from like you start your locks as a starter locks, whether you're doing coils or two strand twists, you never really know how your locks is going to end up looking until it's fully matured. So that's what's so beautiful about the process, because even if you're like, oh, I saw this girl on Instagram and I want my locks to look just like hers, and you show a loctician a picture like, can I have locks like hers? I promise you it won't come out like that. Maybe the sizes or something, but your locks are going to be super unique to you. And so there's no best size, right? Because then that's when we start like discriminating against which locks is better, and I don't like wick or I don't like sister locks. So you have to find out what's going to fit your personality. Is it small locks, medium? Which are you going to be able to cater to and care for on a day-to-day basis, based on your lifestyle as well, right? Like I have smaller locks because that's how I started off. But today, if you ask me, I would probably go get some wick too, because I want them to be larger. Like especially having a son that has like a thicker lock, like it's so easy to like wash his hair, retwist, done in 30 minutes because his locks are thicker, right? So for my lifestyle, his locks are perfect. My daughter is like medium-sized locks. So again, for my lifestyle, and it's me as a parent, like they're ultimately going to love their lock, which they already do. But it's your choice, hon. No one on here can tell you which is going to be better. Sometimes you want to wash your hair 5 times using 5 different shampoos, for real. And I do, because that's my business. I mean, why should we decide? Like, who gets to make those rules? What do you use for itchy scalp? So a part of like Peculiar Roots is we try to dissect the problem first before we give you a product. So we're not about like selling you a product just to sell you a product, right? We're talking about like the refreshers because we know they're bomb and we know they're going to moisturize your hair. We're talking about the shampoos because we know you're going to get a bomb ass cleanse. But we have to find, why is your hair itching to begin with? And then you can work on a solution for that. So are you working out a lot? Are you sweating a lot? Sweat causes a lot of itch sometimes. So those are all the factors that you have to look on, because even if you put a topical product on it, it may not solve the problem. And if it does, it's probably going to be super temporary, and then you're going to be pissed. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Oh, so you guys were telling me which one you like, pomegranate or pineapple, apple, because Eve made me do it. I'm done with you. After wash your locks, you dry them and then reverse spray, then oil. Yes, ma'am. Yes, whatever you do, you want to add the refresher spray first because that's your moisturizer, and then the oil last because that's going to be your sealing. That's what's going to seal in that and lock in that moisture for you. Let me click on the question tab. Are you saving this live? Please say yes. Like, yes, all of our Locked and Loaded lives are saved both on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And if you go to our IG live, just look for Locked and Loaded and look for all the topics, and you'll see all the previous ones. Do y'all have an ambassador program? I'm trying to rep. I fall in love with the products and the brand. We do, and it's in our bio. Our affiliate program is in our bio. What type of part would you suggest for less scalp showing? All right, so let's get into it. Yeah. So what type of part would you suggest for why your scalp is showing? Let's answer that first, Cleopatra. Why don't you want your scalp to show? Why don't you want your scalp to show? Girl, tell me. So you guys noticed the drill already, right? Whatever you ask me, I'm gonna ask you a question back. Whatever you ask me, I'm gonna ask you a question back. Because what I don't want you guys to do, like if you ask a question, I'm gonna answer them, and I'm gonna like hope I'm answering them where you're getting the meat of what you need. But I also want you guys to think about the questions you're asking. Like, why don't you want your scalp to show? Right? Because if you don't want your scalp to show, just don't retwist it. Like, you see, just don't retwist it. So that's a tricky question. It goes back to the I think it was Sharnice that asked about like what size locks to get. That's dependent on you. Like, no one should be telling y'all what size locks to get and all those things. It should be a choice that you make because you have to live with it. You have to embrace that. That's a part of your journey. Same thing with the type of part that you want. Like, there's so many fancy parts now. Before it was just like a square part. Now you have diamond shaped parts. I don't even know. You would honestly have to tell me why you don't want your roots to be shown. Because if that's the case, just then don't retwist a lot. I mean, if you don't want your scalp to show, then don't retwist a lot. Hold on, y'all. I'm signing away my life. I don't know why I multitask. But that would be my question back to you. Why do you not want your scalp to show? And then I'm gonna go to Facebook. Yes, I agree, Pam. Pam said you don't have to use oil every day. It's a sealant. Daily use clogs the pores and seals in dryness. So it goes back to even what I was telling you, that young lady was saying. She was like, I don't understand. Like, I keep oiling and oiling every day and twice a day, and it's not working. My hair is still dry because she's sealing in dryness. Like, you're locking in dryness. You didn't add any moisture to lock in. So you're just locking in dryness, right? So just think about that and don't forget that step. Victoria said natural parts and diamond parts are good for fine air. Yeah, that's a good. So I think that was Tawana said hair type also plays a part in how much your scalp shows as well. Thanks for playing that over here. Yeah, and I think it's all relevant, right? Because I've heard people say the opposite of what you're asking, Cleopatra, in where you're saying, I don't want my scalp to, like, how can I show it less? I've heard people say, well, how can I ensure that my scalp shows? Because that means I got to first retwist. Says, I do, but I don't want perfect parts. So that's up to you, hun. That's up to you. I don't mind my scalp showing. I just don't want them to be perfect parts. That's, yeah. So if you don't want perfect parts, if you're going to start them yourself, then don't make them perfect parts. If you're going to have someone do it, just like let them know that there's so many, like, it's your world. It's literally your world, your locks. I got your question, Mama. All right. I think I answered everybody's question. All right, so one thing I want to address tonight that I don't think I've addressed because it hasn't been coming up. So, you know, when we get, I don't want to say ridiculous things, but there's so much things happening in the Loc community, y'all, and I just don't know where they're coming from. I think we really need to start considering who's doing our locks. Like, I asked a question. I'm sitting up for this one. I asked a question on, do you guys allow people to touch your locks? And most of you guys says no. Because, and then one person made a great point. She says, I really don't, because the energy transfer is real, and I just don't want to carry anyone's energy or allow their energy to transfer on me. And I thought that was like the perfect answer, because a lot of the times we don't think about energy. Like, energy doesn't just happen when you enter into a room or a space, but if someone has a negative energy, it could literally transfer onto you. So like, even things like that, I'm super mindful of. Like, and let me guys know if you guys can relate. If like if you go into work in the morning and you had a bad morning at home, maybe you had a fight with your kid or your husband or somebody, and you're just not in a good mood, and you go into the office and you're just like whatever, right? And your coworkers can sense that, your team, whoever, they can sense that. And sometimes if you come into the office happy and perky, and that person comes in and you sense it, it just changes your mood, doesn't it? It just changes your mood. Like, because especially us who are empaths, it literally changes your mood, because you're like worried about them. Like, is this person okay? I wonder what happened. I know she's been having like a rough few months. I wonder what's going on. And you automatically want to fix it, right? That's a good like example of transfer energy, because you were having a freaking good morning, and then this person comes in, their old attitude stink, and they just drop that stinkness in the room, right? So think about that concept when someone just approaches you out of Netherland and they just want to touch your hair. They want to touch your crown. They want to indulge in touching your crown just for the sake and the reason of them edifying themselves, because it has nothing to do with you. We don't owe the world, no, we don't owe nobody edification on what locks are. We don't owe nobody explanation on what it looks like, what it feels like, nothing, right? So always remember that no matter what setting you're in, it could be a professional setting, it could just be you going by your day, you don't owe nobody nothing. Like, I don't have to explain to you what locks are. I don't have to explain to you what they feel like, because I sure ain't. I sure ain't walking just walking up to anybody like, can I feel your hair? It is so nice. I like that blonde color on you. Can I just feel it? I've never felt hair like yours. I've never done that. I've never done that. That's just weird as fuck. Like, that's weird. So no one has the right to do that to you, right? So you have to protect your hair at all costs, because if you, even though you may not physically be able to see that energy being transferred, it transferred, it transferred. So just be mindful of that. I don't care what stage you're in. And obviously there are people who disagree and they're like, I don't care. I let anybody touch my hair. I want to edify the world. Then go on, sis, go on. But that doesn't represent all of us. That's what I'm saying. I'm speaking for the Black delegation of the Loc community, and that does not represent all of us. We do not want our hair to be touched. We do not want to be pet. And don't you ever dare smell my hair, even if I'm rocking peculiar roots. Don't you ever. Oh God, I hope this call doesn't mess up my live. I should have put my phone on airplane. Um, Let me know if my sound conks out, y'all. Can I touch your hair? No, you can't touch my hair. Tell him you can't touch my hair. Why did I have to say it like that? Yes, and this is dated, y'all, from like way back. Like, ask your great grandmother if she was letting nobody touch her hair. I sure she wasn't. You could find somebody to do your locks, hun. But yeah, just can you guys hear me still on Instagram? Because sometimes if the God damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. I need to put my phone on airplane. Okay. Hold on, y'all. They can't hear me on restart. I think I had to put my phone on airplane mode. Hold on. I hate that. This is so annoying. I'm sorry, in some Facebook. I need to put my phone on airplane mode. Dang, 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 dang. Such is life. I know. I know. It was getting juicy. Oh, and somebody called me and then it conks out the sound. I don't know. I think that's been happening with Instagram over the last week. Like every time you're live and if somebody calls you, it kicks out the sound. So I apologize. And I totally forgot to put my phone on airplane mode, which Tawana warned me about, but I don't be listening. Can you guys hear me now on Instagram? I'm back. I'm back. But yes, like I was saying, you don't owe anyone anything to let them touch your hair. Can you guys hear me here? Let me know in the comment section. Okay, perfect. Thanks for confirming. Don't let nobody touch your hair. Don't let nobody touch your hair. You don't want nobody know nothing for touch your hair. Like, don't let nobody touch your hair. Period. Right? But before I went off, I actually had something that I wanted to tell you guys that I've heard. So I've talked to you guys about washing your hair with Dawn, right? And you guys were like, oh my gosh, Tara, who does that? I don't know anyone who does that. I've never heard such a thing. Well, you guys have been seeing it online, right? So it's a thing. So the latest one I've seen, a question that I've been getting in DMs and posing groups and stuff is, can I wash my hair? Can I wash my hair or moisturize my hair with rainwater? Right? So this is not a crazy one, y'all. You know why it's not a crazy one? Because a lot of us did that back in the days when the earth was clean. I'm going to say that again. A lot of us did that back in the day when the earth was clean. Okay, did you guys hear me? Back in the day, when the earth was clean, you could have done that. It would have made your hair nice and soft and all that good stuff. But now you have to be very, very careful because, right? So to answer the question, yeah. So a lot of people are like, if it rains, they're catching the water in a bottle and then they're spraying their locks with it, right? That's the new thing. So what I'm saying is, it's not completely wrong. A lot of us have, like, not us, like I've known people, like especially back home in Jamaica, I've heard people do that. I've heard people wash their hair with rainwater, but you want to be very mindful of the world that we live in today. Corona, it's real. Corona, it's real. Corona is real. Where you think it's lingering? Where you think it's going? Where do you think all the negative stuff, like we just talked about energy. We just talked about energy. We just have to sometimes we just have to use our common sense, right? We have to use our logic. and we can't just ride with every wave that comes. A lot of us went to science class. Some of us skipped, but it's fine. The air, right? The air goes up and then it comes down through rain, right? What's going up if the earth needs to be cleansed? I know I sound like a what do you call it? Like I sound like maybe a crazy person, but the earth is not clean. Yeah, like Donna said, it's contaminated. It is not clean. Like it is not clean. Like the best cleanse the earth has got in the past few months is since Corona. We're not outside and we're not killing it. But just think about that, right? It's not 100% clean. So you just want to think about that. You guys give me 1 second. It's not clear. Not yet.
Yeah, the call dropped.
Oh, no, that's no problem, but yeah, with the settling lending, I don't think the problem with that rate because they told them that it's also currently around the same.
You got it?
Okay.
Sorry, y'all. Sorry, that wasn't my y'all too fast. But think about it, y'all. It's not clean. And so going back to science, the air evaporates and then pow, and that's rain, right? So what's raining down on us, right? It's not pure. At this point, I would not, like, y'all know, I would not. And I don't even think at this point in time, I don't know where in the world I would do that, because it's just, we've polluted the earth so much that, yeah, back in the days, like a few 100 years ago, when it was actually clean and it was able to purify itself, then we could have done that. But you just want to be very mindful of that. And unless you're going to purify the rainwater, but then if you're like, okay, I'm going to boil the rainwater, then whatever you're saying that you're capturing is boiled out, right? Because we boil the water to get it more clean, right? So that's a new one I've been hearing. People are catching rainwater to moisturize your locks. Just think about, again, what I talk about, energy transfer. And that's definitely on a deeper level, a more spiritual level. And that goes back to everybody, what you do in your spare time and how you see the world. And this conversation could go way deeper. But just be mindful of what you're spraying in your crown, right? Especially with Corona, y'all, like where you think it's lingering, like in the air. Like, just be wise. I can't stand you. Yes, when we were like in some islands, like if the island is secluded, like maybe, yeah. But Donnelly said, what's raining on us is Corona and pregnancy, because that's the real pandemic right now. I can't stand you. Whew, I just purchased your moisturizer. I just purchased your moisturizer kit. Will you be sizing your products for salon use? Probably not right now. We have the 8-ounce. Most locticians use it. We probably get bigger shampoos. Probably not so much the refresher sprays. I've definitely heard about using dishwashing liquid to wash your locks. Yeah. So some people believe that because like, and the most popular one is like Dawn. So they're like, oh, it's going to get away all the dirt and stuff. But you want to be very careful because it, again, was created for dishes and really hard dirt. And it's breaking that down like to the core, right? So you don't know if it's going to affect your hair in the long run. Maybe you get the best cleanse of your life and you're like, my hair is squeaky clean. But then you start breaking, you start going through other stuff because it wasn't formulated for hair. Locks are not, it wasn't formulated for hair. It was formulated for dirt, plate, and all that stuff. So just be mindful of trends that you are seeing and ask questions. And again, what works for someone else may not work for you. Yeah, babe.
How many minutes?
I'm almost finished.
Okay.
I'm glad you love the products. Love and Camden. Was this helpful for you guys tonight? Like, I wish I could stay longer, but I'm like, we're literally trying to do a huge project for our parents, and I have to have my phone free because I'm like in bidding wars right now. Let me stop. But was this helpful? There's a question here. If I get a subscription for the refresher spray and decide to get all 7, how often would you re-up? You get to choose, LaShawn. So that's a great question. With our subscription on our website, let me give you some, if you guys are new, let me tell you about some perks if you're not like with the gist. So if you found us, say you order from another platform, great. And then you're like, I'm still order from there, great. But here's the perks that you get on our website. On our website, you can earn points. So say you purchase 5 refresher sprays tonight, you're gonna earn points on that, which means every dollar that you spend, you earn a point. And you get to be able to get either free products, or if you want to use that for something else, you get free products. So a lot of our tribe members end up getting like most of their orders free because they have points. So you're earning points for every dollar you spend. So that's one huge perk that you can take advantage of. We have Afterpay on our website. Afterpay, we have Shop Pay. So both allow you to break your payment down into 4 payments. So say for a holiday box, hint, hint, go sign up for that holiday box by going to, if you're on Instagram, go to our story, swipe up, put your phone number in so you can be in there. And I'll tell you more about the holiday box. But say, for example, for the holiday box, it's going to be $99. You can break that down into 4 payments. So you can secure that box for $25, and then you can keep paying that down on whatever time period you select, right? So that's one of the perks. Another perk that I absolutely love, especially during this time as we're about to get into the crazy season, is Route. Route allows you to get an insurance on your order. If you purchase from us, automatically that insurance is added to your order unless you take it off. It's just $1. Do not take it off because you never know what can happen. Your order can be lost in transit. It could be damaged. If you have that route protection, you can file a claim. So don't take that dollar protection off. The dollar does not go to me. I repeat again. Every month I have to pay Route that dollar you give. So if say 5,000 of y'all order Route for $1 for the month, I'm giving Route $5,000. It doesn't go in my pocket. I know I don't think it was y'all, but so I saw a comment one time and the person was like, oh, anything to make an extra $1. It doesn't go to my pocket. It was what we did for our customers to ensure that you got your packages for $1, because you can't go file a claim with the post office right now. Forget about it. Your money's gone. With Route, they really help you. You just have to meet that window, and it has to be in a certain time frame, and they'll investigate the case. A lot of you have used it successfully. Another thing, let me see. Sorry, I'm trying to. Okay, subscribe and save. Subscribe and save is a great one. Subscribe and save. If you subscribe and save, I believe it's 15% you save. So say you're getting the refresher spray, which is $12.99. If you subscribe and save, it's like $10. And what I do recommend though for my newbies, try the product first. Do not subscribe and save just to save $2. And then you're calling us down to try to cancel it because you can't figure out how to cancel it. One, that takes away time for myself and my team, and we can't serve people who really need to be served because you were trying to save $2. Don't do that. Just like a normal person would do, try the product first, love it, and then you can come back and subscribe and save. When you subscribe and save, what you do is you pick how often you want the product. We don't just decide to send it to you. So if you say, I want it every 2 weeks, every 4 weeks, every 6 weeks, every 8 weeks, you choose, and automatically you don't have to come back to the site. We will automatically send it to you. The payment will be taken and will be sent to you. Make sure your credit card is up to date for that. If it declines, you automatically get kicked out of the program. So make sure you like the product first. I'm stressing that. Like the product first before you subscribe and save, and don't try to play smart and be like, oh, I did not sign up for this. We cannot physically take your card and input the information. We can't. So don't do that. It just wastes everybody's time. And we really, if you're new, we serve in excellence. We answer every DM, every email, every phone call. So if you ever reach out to us and you don't get a response, reach out to us by email. That's the best way, or DM. But we answer you guys. And in order to do that effectively, we can't keep stopping for stuff that you shouldn't have done in the first place because you were trying to be cheap. So don't do that. Let's see. So I answered your question. Subscribe and save only when you try the product. How long do you have to wait for a retwist? Retwist is up to you. You can retwist every month, every 2 weeks. I don't advise retwisting too often because, my opinion, that may start to make your locks a little bit thinner. So you want to give your hair time to breathe, do its thing, grow and flourish. I'm so glad you enjoyed your time. And if a question that was not answered tonight, y'all, please go to our IGTV and go to the Locked and Loaded Live. We've done this for over a year now. So any questions you've had, I'm guaranteeing it's probably there. YouTube channel as well. Any questions you have, I've probably answered it already. And also feel free to DM us. Yeah, we answer DM questions. We may not answer it as quick as we want to right now because, you know, our team is like very short staffed right now, and the holiday, and we're working a lot of big projects because, you know, we going into Walmart next year. Sorry. we doing a lot of big things next year. So give us grace, and if you see your family member in a group or wherever asking a question, answer them. If somebody asking a question on like a video on our Instagram, answer them. Show us some love on our Instagram page. I work really hard to make that content for you guys. So show us some love in the comment section. I'll be doing some crazy stuff on them reels. Like I hope they get the value in this. So show me some love on my reels. Oh, I'm so happy you guys are getting information. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. All right, guys, I have to go. I have to go to spend time with my family. So Amir has been very gracious with us because, y'all, he would have been knocking it on the door now. So I'm not going to like abuse the time. I wish I could stay here all night with you guys, but I'm going to spend time with my family and get some rest. And maybe I'll hop on tomorrow at noon to talk to you guys. But I love you guys. The code for tonight, hold on, y'all. Oh, we're doing a giveaway tonight, and you don't need a code, but if you order over $100 worth of product, you should be able to get a free head wrap. I think that's what Tawana said. I'm gonna do a quick giveaway tonight of one of our head wraps. So the one I was wearing, I'm gonna put it back on. Oh no, thank you. Thank you guys for tuning in and not make me talk to myself here on Thursday. So you guys see how much hair you could fit in this bonnet? And I can't wait for you guys to see the bonnet that I designed for our holiday lock box. It's so regal. The design, the pattern is so regal. See how I fit all of that in there, and it stays on. I wake up in the morning and it's there. I might just go to work like this tomorrow because it's my business. It's my business. So use code bonnet to get the free head wrap. Put the style in the notes section. So that's what Tawana said. Use the code bonnet to get the free head wrap. And I believe that's if the order is over $100. And then put the style of the head wrap you want in the comment section if you want a specific one. Tonight's giveaway, I'm going to ask a question. So this is going to be really quick because I have to go. This one's going quick. All right. True or false? The first person to put it on both platforms going to win. True or false? Should you wash your hair? No. Should you retwist your hair after every wash day? Should you retwist your hair after every wash day? If you won already, don't enter. Should you retwist your hair after every wash day? True or false? True or false? So the real LaShawn is the winner on Instagram. Donnelly, should Donnelly and Stacy be entering? So the winner is, and that's what I'm seeing on my end, y'all. But the winner on Instagram is the real LaShawn. So all you have to do is email us right now, admin@peculiarroots.com, admin@peculiarroots.com. Put Locked and Loaded Live winner in the subject line and put in the body of the email, bonnet winner. And the winner on Facebook is Angela, because Stacy and Donnelly, you guys are banned. So Angela, you also want a bonnet, just email us admin@peculiarroots.com. In the subject line, put a Locked and Loaded Live winner. And Stacy, how much time you win? Stacy, I think you need like a whole year off because you win like 2 times, no? Maybe the next one you could start back, Stacy. I gotta check how much time you win. Bonnet or head wrap. Okay, so winner, the real LaShawn and Angela. Email us, please. We're not gonna remember if you don't. All right. I love you guys, and use the code bonnet to get a free bonnet over $100. Bye, y'all. We're gonna repost this. Tag a friend that needs to see this. I love you guys. Mwah, 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 mwah. Peace out. A-Town down.